Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all's going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jack. Now to continue off here in Ark. We're not starting out an official PvP. I know it sounds weird not having that at the beginning, but as you can tell from the title, probably going to be a little bit of a different video. So, what we've been going through lately, as you can tell, we haven't had any videos on the channel lately or anything like that. It's been pretty annoying, to be honest, but there's been some stuff going on. So, we actually got dev wiped. So, we were on the 6-man tribes. Obviously, we had all of everything, thousands of hours of work, all that stuff, and you may be asking, were you meshing? Were you DDoSing people? What were you doing to get dev wiped? Teaming? No, we were doing none of these things. We kind of, I feel like, got screwed over pretty hard by the wildcard devs. So, what we had was actually platforms. Actually one platform, I'll show you where later. But I want to show you the lowest area and the full spot that you can go to. This obviously isn't fixed. They probably won't fix it because they don't know how to fix things in the game. They just kind of react when they have to. So what they have is this like barrier that you can, you get burned when you're on the surface. Well, it doesn't go even this high. So you can build as low as here on this fertile lake surface entrance. So basically there's tons of places on this surface that you can build. And we had a platform out here. So this isn't that high, honestly. You can get you can land up here on the rock drake usually, and actually reapers spawn on this lower section of this. So we built a platform out here. It's been a long time since I've known that you can do this. And I went and kind of looked around since we've been getting meshed so often. You can build on this one. You don't get burned here. I'll show you when it gets daytime, like what happens. It's not like a render thing. It's like you actually don't burn up here. So what you do is you can build a platform on any of this, any of the metal up here, anything. People have known about this for a while. And pretty much every aberration server I know on 6-man has tribes built up here. Another tribe on the server had a teleporter right here, just a teleporter, so that they could get drops and things like that off of the surface. Doesn't seem like anything too crazy. It's not that high. It's on like a pretty normal structure. But evidently, all of the people who were built up here got fully dev wiped. So they didn't just remove the structures or let us know that this wasn't a place to be built on or anything like that. They just fully dev wiped all of us, which is a really big setback for a lot of people who spent like thousands. I can say that we did like put in a combined over a couple thousand hours of time into this base and stuff like that. So I'm going to daytime here, and I'll show you how low you can go within like the fire. But yeah, like between this base and everything that we bred and all that stuff, it was like a ridiculous amount of time. So you can imagine how much time we all lost just, staying up. And especially on 6-man, when you have to like stay up constantly watching your base. Like I wasted like half my life over the last, probably more than half, over the last few months. So anyway, so we've got the fire barrier or whatever. There we go. I'll get out of it. You see, it's not like a render thing. I can get out of it. I can go back into the fire, out of the fire, and it only goes that high. Like, it's not even like higher than the drops spawn over here. So pretty commonplace fertile lake entrance, the small one that's not connected to anything. This is the only one. I think there's one on the red surface that you can build on as well, but I never found that one. It's just all this metal over here, that thing. Pretty much all this. I'll show you like the exact spot that we built. I posted on Twitter like a spoiler. I was gonna release a video showing like where to build, to build here. Like I was literally gonna release a video, not thinking like anything about it. It's a spot that they've never fixed. They've never like done anything about. It's always been here, and I actually thought it was like a really cool spot. So I was gonna do a video on it. So I'm gonna like put that at the end so you can kind of see what's going on with like the build and how you can build. I'm gonna put in the footage now of basically once I came back on the server after somebody told me that this was happening. So I was setting up on 25 man and somebody hit me up saying, hey, there's an admin on the server, and I thought that maybe they would be coming there to help us. We'd been recently getting meshed, and I thought that they were actually going to be there to like come ask questions or something. So I like logged in really quick and there weren't any beds. So they fully dev wiped us, and I was really confused as to what, had happened. Why did this happen? Why did we get dev wiped? We didn't think we'd done anything wrong, obviously. And then they mentioned that you can't build in unintended areas, is what he quoted as what we had done, basically. And I mean, that's totally understandable if it's an unintended area. But I mean, they're always referring to the mesh and things like that when they say that. I've never heard of any other circumstance of this happening. So it's kind of ridiculous just to fully dev wipe so many people for something like this. Because I remember in the past, things like the Ragnarok, what was it, the puzzle cave that they've got there, you used to be able to build in the artifact chamber and things like that. And when they found that out and deactivated it, they let people know a week ahead of time, get your stuff out of there now in case it gets destroyed or you can't get it out after we fix this bug or whatever. And it's kind of ridiculous because this is something like that. It's a place where they messed up, they didn't program the game right, they didn't put the barrier high enough, and there's this huge place where people have been building since the beginning. I've seen screenshots of it, and this is finally like a few weeks ago is when I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna go look and find this spot, and there it was. So anyway, they quoted this, that it's an unintended area to build, but that's way too vague. You can't just say in an unintended area, because what if one day they decide an obelisk is an unintended area? Does everybody just get dev wiped for that? Or like a surface entrance, oh, maybe that should be an unintended area. It's really leaving it up to, they can dev wipe you no matter where you are just by, this reason. I know that's like a little bit of a different like situation, but it's not like you can build that big of a base up there or that anybody had. It was mostly just a platform for defense or something like that. But anyway, they wiped like 3 people on the server for this reason. Pretty big tribes. One of them wasn't, I don't think, very big, but the other one was very big, and it would have been a huge loss for them. I feel really bad, honestly, for them and for members of my tribe, because they really got screwed over, and they really need to take a look at how they deal with these situations, because honestly, I understand if it's in a bad spot to just remove the thing. We had no gear or anything in that base because it was a place where we were going to throw all of our stuff to like run away if we were getting meshed or something. So we didn't have anything in it. It wouldn't have been a hit to just, destroy it or let us know, hey, that's not a spot that you can build. They usually leave a note in the tribe log or something like that. Hey, you need to not do this or whatever. Nope, they just came on and erased all of our time. So I'm leaving some of like the conversation. I'll just leave as much of it in as I can as it scrolls through, and you can read it if you want. But it's really just kind of ridiculous how they went about the situation. But honestly, it is what it is, and you can't do anything about it. So I'm not too mad about it. I'm kind of sad of all the progress we lost and how much we could have still done, since we had done so much prep and we built up so many guns and sets of flak and stuff like that just to raid over the next weeks and stuff. Because I didn't plan of going to 25 man, really. I had planned on staying on 6 man and raiding all the bases of people leaving to go to 25. So that was the plan. I had so much stocked up for that, so much gear for raiding and things like that. So it's really sad that all that's lost. I feel bad because the videos have also been like more sporadic on the channel because there's been so much farming to cap our turrets. Like all those turrets in the front were capped. I'm not joking. They were full of element and heavy ammo or whatever. But I don't know. It was like crazy how much stuff we actually had there and how fun a defense would have been and how long it would have taken. But I'm also going to get in the footage of me starting the build up there. So this is actually official server footage. So the other stuff was on unofficial. I was just showing you kind of like some of those places that you could go, but this is actually from the footage that I was going to make for the video. So like I said, on Twitter I posted a spoiler with a picture of the top of this base that I was going to show here. So I was going to make a full video showing this off and where the spots were that you could build and things like that, just because I mean it's been out for so long that I figured it was about time. And if I was going to do something here, I was going to show it as well. I sent the picture of this base to like so many people as well, that I just know in the community and things like that. So that's another thing, is I tagged Ark in the Twitter post as well. And it's like, hey, you could have just let me know. Just maybe shout me out on Twitter. Hey, maybe just destroy that. This is when I was trying to find where like a good spot would be. I was looking on this thing. What I found for this spot, like I said, if you want to build here on unofficial or just hide your tames here or something, I doubt they're gonna dev wipe someone for hiding their rock drake up here when they're griefing or something like that. Especially if you have nothing on the server built. But you have to use a jetpack to get onto this one, and that's what I did. So I put a platform here. This is where I basically put a teleporter up here as well, because it was like our bug out base, of course. I wasn't gonna go and just put one little platform up here with a vault. Like, if you're gonna put something, you gotta go big. And this place looked like it was straight out of Star Wars. Alright, so in my opinion, it turned out to be really awesome. The base looked awesome. But I mean, they should have let us know. I understand if it's like not a spot that you should build, but it's not our fault to figure that out. It's not our job to figure out where we should and shouldn't build. If it's buildable, we should be able to build there. And that's kind of the problem, is we just thought it was something really cool. We had no intention of abusing it or, you know, doing something unintended. We just thought, hey, we found this awesome spot that we want to build on. So, you know, it's an unfortunate situation, but it is what it is. So I don't know. The base looked awesome though, and I wish I could have kept it, because this Star Wars looking base looked freaking insane. So what I've got is some footage of a couple raids that I couldn't really show because they were stealthy. One was just a teleporter that I wiped. These guys were online. They're pretty big dicks. So it was really fun wiping their teleporter when they were online. And also, one of the other biggest tribes built in the most unraidable location decided to leave their teleporter on public. And I went there a few times and got everything out of all their unpin coded vaults and things like that. I didn't have the heart to just fully raid them because I just felt so bad. I couldn't do it. I couldn't like just go in there on a public teleporter and just wipe all their hundreds of hours of progress or whatever, however long it took. I could have, but I couldn't do it. I just went through their unpin coded vaults and got some pretty big scores. All right, so there we go. That's gonna be it for 6-man for us. Rest in peace, Gamma 5. It was great. We went unwiped, except for the devs. So can't really plan against that. We thought we had it all covered, but we couldn't cover it from them. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but I won't be doing Arc for a little while. I've got footage of one more raid here from 6-man. I know everybody likes the Arc footage and all the videos and stuff, but I really can't continue to support them in this way. I don't want to like bring attention to Arc right now because I just think that they make really bad decisions and they really screw over a lot of people and waste a lot of people's time, honestly. So I'll probably release some from 25-man here and there. I want to try out Rust. I never really got to try it, and the population on that game has been insane, like actually higher than Arc. So I really want to give it a shot. I never had the time to do it. Sorry, it's been a little bit delayed over the last few days, but my girlfriend is going out of town on a business trip, so I want to actually spend a little bit of time with her since I haven't been able to hang out with anyone or really do much doing 6-man, and 6-man really causes that. It's really an issue with it because you have to be online at all times. You have to use so many resources to just keep people from offlining you and stuff like that, and it's pretty ridiculous how much time you have to spend on these 6-man tribe servers. So I don't know, I'm kind of happy that we don't have to sit here and grind just to, like, I don't know, maintain the base, but we lost so much progress and they really screwed us out of a lot. So I'm gonna try some other stuff on the channel. I don't want to make videos supporting Arc or, like, you know, bringing attention to it because I honestly just think they make, you know, like I said, really bad decisions. But anyway, that's where we're going to stop for today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up for me. I don't know why you'd like it, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. Just do something and or subscribe if you want to see other things. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And, of course, we'll catch you next time.